It is the morning after the hike, and we are going to be saying goodbye to the Wind River Mountains. There they are. That is where we were yesterday, last night, night before, in that area right there, somewhere. And we are saying goodbye to it and headed off for Grand Teton National Park next. And we appear to have a magpie infestation. All right, so Sylvia's out walking Fitzroy in the parking lot of the hotel, so I can come in here out of the wind and do one of my spiels. So we finished a 4-day hike yesterday, the Wind River Range, the Wyoming backcountry, and it was very successful. I was hoping to reach Titcomb Basin in that hike. There was a lot of bad weather. There was some huge thunderstorms that came through, knocked trees down, and then we got snow and hail, kind of a sleet mix on the way to Island Lake on day 2. That lasted almost the entire hike, and then continued while we were setting up camp, made setting up camp quite challenging. But then day 3 was perfect weather. It was really, really nice, beautiful weather. It was quite warm, actually, coming back. All in all, a very good hike. Terrain was not that bad compared to the Cirque of the Towers that we did 3 years ago, which was Fitzroy's first hike. It was all basically standard Appalachian hiking. The elevation, the heavy packs, definitely did factor in on the first day, especially. It was very slow. It took us 6.5 hours to go 7-something miles of moderate terrain, and it was just a slog. But after that, we got our legs under us. We're now, by the way, going to head to Grand Teton National Park for 2 nights, through Yellowstone and onto Montana, and the Beartooth Highway. A great trip so far. Just fantastic. And here comes Sylvia and Fitzroy returning triumphantly to the car after the walk. Hey, buddy. Guess where we are? Grovant Campground. Grand Teton National Park. You can't really see the Grand Tetons here, but they look magnificent on the way in. Here's our room for the night. What do you think, Fitzroy? That remains to be seen. We're going to try something different tonight. I'm recalling about the West as I go through it in the Mountain West is how much the weather here is local. And as you can see, we're in bright sunny skies. There's a thunderstorm behind us. The sunny skies there. There's a rain ahead of us. And over there it looks rather ominous too. How much the weather here is very localized. And weather reports are almost useless. They almost are meaningless here. So, as you know, me and Sylvia are always into new wackiness. And this is today's new wackiness. We're going to try this tonight. We have an SUV. I just tried closing myself in. Sylvia assisted me with that. And it works. We can be able to do this. We don't have anything to cover the windows with. So any car headlights or whatever that come over, we're going to be lit up. But the same would be true in a tent. But that's not going to be very likely to happen very often in a campsite. So what I'm going to do, you see, there's Sylvia, there's Fitzroy. Fitzroy's sleeping where I would be sleeping. We have the seats pulled down, and the well between, there's like a gap between the front and back seats where they're pushed down, is filled up with whatever we could find, blankets, our backpacks, whatever we could find, basically. And in the bear box, we have our suitcase, some other stuff, cooked stuff, food. Bear canisters are there. I may put the bear canisters in the box just for old time's sake. And then our camp chairs and everything, and those poles will probably go in the front seat. I have some stuff in the front seat, but I've left the driver's compartment open so that in case we have to evacuate quickly or whatever, we need to get to the engine and switch on something, we can just get in. The other seat is pulled very far forward because that's where I'm sleeping. So that's tonight's experiment. Don't think I've ever done this before, tried sleeping in a car before. And I really don't know why. This is just not done it. Watching too many videos on YouTube, I think, about stealth camping has alerted me to the possibilities here that realistically, this is no less comfortable than a tent. Really isn't, and potentially more comfortable than a tent for a big, awkward person like me. And Sylvia is very much into it. So we're going to see how this works. Right, love? Right. Wave to me. It's almost certain we're going to get weather tonight. almost certainly. And man, what a beautiful place the Grand Tetons are. Just what an amazing place they are. Everyone, hello Fitzroy. Say hello, love. Hello.
Hello.
Well, I'll let you guess where we are. We had a better view of them yesterday. It's a little bit socked in today. We had some rain come in, but it should clear, partly cloudy today, so may start to clear. Actually, there's some sunlight coming up on that peak there, which I forget the name of all of the Tetons. Guess who's here?
Look at that. Look at that. Is it that? Is it that? Ah,
Fitzroy and the Grand Tetons. A little bit of auto noise here, but Sylvia's kept saying to me that this is kind of like the Matterhorn. And the answer is yes, it is kind of like the Matterhorn. In some ways, Tetons are more impressive. Look at that. Will you look at that? Choose my spots here where the cars aren't coming. That's the backside of Grand Teton and all those ice fields and permanent ice fields. Some of them might be glaciers, or the remains of what used to be glaciers. Just tremendous. And yeah, we're on the road. That's why I was waiting for the traffic to go.
And you can have this one.
Not bad, huh? For today is enjoying special permission from the management to sit out here on the patio
Is it good?
and view the Grand Tetons. Not bad. Jackson, Wyoming. Touristy, but still has some of its original character. A little of its original character. Famous deer antler arches in this park here in Jackson. There's 4 of them. I walk around looking like a tourist, but that is impressive. I guess that's worth looking like a tourist for, because look at that. That is impressive. There goes Fitzroy. Not exactly the best of weather, but we're looking at Yellowstone Lake. And there's Sylvia coming out of the car. Hello, Sylvia. How you doing? I should say. Fitzroy has landed in Yellowstone National Park. We've been in Yellowstone for about almost an hour now coming up. It's long, I forgot how much long driving here. It's at least 45 minutes, maybe now. We've not seen a single animal yet, other than that one right there. All right, so we're still in Yellowstone. We're in one of the geothermal areas. As a matter of fact, you can see some steam plumes going on down there, but we still have not seen any wildlife, which stuns me. The first time I came here, years ago, I was here with my brother Chris. We had seen wildlife within minutes of going into the park, and we saw huge herds everywhere of wildlife. I've seen nothing, which may be the time of day, maybe it's the weather, probably the time of year. Last time I was here in early June. It's a little bit later in the year. Things might be in the trees, but just nothing yet. Sylvia's getting impatient. She's going to phone the National Park Service. She's getting very close to phoning the National Park Service to instruct them to send more animals. I was hoping to get closer, but there are a large number of buffalo up on that hill. There's 3 of them there. 2 you can see easily. One right there, one right there. One above it you can't see as easily. And then there's several more. Down there, they're right there. And another bunch of them, large number of them, right there. So I count about 7, 8, 9, 10 or 11 of them out there. And there's probably more we can't see. but not close to the road. Ron Fitzroy, where is you? Who do you think, Fitzroy? Oh boy.